and BJT. Okay, I drawn the laptop and PNP transistor exactly, but the arrow is different. That's it. We'll discuss more about the internal structure and all those things in the coming classes, but I want you to get a feel of it. What is a transistor? It's not difficult, simple. So I think you got what I'm discussing. What's a transistor? And we have discussed a specific transistor, NMOS transistor, and a PMOS transistor. And both the transistor we are discussing its application as a switch. What is switch? A simple on off valve. Okay, and there's a two terminals input and output controlled by a third terminal gate. Okay, when input to a gate is some voltage high, the transistor is on. That means there is the NMOS transistor. If the input to gate is low, the transistor is on. It is called PMOS transistor. And reverse, it is off in both other cases. Okay. Now we'll design some designs and we'll analyze some design using this transistor so that you'll get a feel. Okay. This is most simple application of transistor. I'll again repeat. We are discussing transistor as a switch. Okay. Because we are switch has only two operations. Either it can be on, it can be off. Okay. So again, I draw what is kind of switch we are discussing. This is a two terminals. Okay, and the switch is like this. Switch is like this. Okay, I call it control. Getting? I can either press the switch, then the connection between this is connected, short circuited. Or if I don't give any input or give a opposite direction input, it remains in resistance or off or false. Getting? The switch is a very simple application of a transistor, and we are discussing that first time because it is very simple to understand. Okay. Now I'll draw a small circuit, and you need to tell me what is the output. Okay. So this is my okay. So I'm going to draw a small circuit. Okay, and there is a high voltage here plus 5 volt. Okay, so this is called supply voltage. Now supply I'm giving to the top of one of the MOS. Okay, now I tell my top MOSFET is a PMOS. How can I detect? Bubble, right? And bottom is a NMOS. Getting? Now I connect input of both this MOS together, and I give the common which I call V input. V input. Okay, and output I take from the common point of this two meeting point of MOS, and I call it V output. Okay, now I want you to tell me what will be the output when input is high and when input is low. Okay, I want you to think again. I'll tell you the question again. Okay, I have two transistors. One is PMOS. I'll name it. I'll name is P1. Okay, P1. PMOS. Okay, or P or NMOS. I'll name it N1. Okay, and this I'm connecting together in a series way, but both inputs are connected to a single point called V in, and both output are also going to V output. Now you analyze the circuit based on our conditions which already told there about their working. When NMOS input is high, NMOS is on, and input is high, PMOS is off. When input is low, NMOS is off, input is low, PMOS is on. Okay. Now we have two things you should remember. Both are connected. PMOS is connected to plus 5 voltage high voltage at one terminal, and NMOS is connected to ground voltage other terminal. Okay, and opposite terminals of both those PMOS and NMOS are connected together to output voltage. Okay, again I'll repeat what is the question. You just need to tell me what happens if V input is high, what will be the V out, and what happens when V input is low. Okay, in other words, I can just tell you if my input is something like this, if my input is something like a pulse or something, okay, what will be the V output? Okay, pulse, there is a low, there is a high, there is a low. If I give this input, what will be my output? You should draw this in your notebook and think using this condition. You already know PMOS is input to PMOS is high, it is off. Input to NMOS is high, it is on. On means it is short circuit. You don't need to worry about the thing, it's just short circuit. And the reverse, if input to PMOS is zero or low, it is on. and input to NMOS is 0, it is off. Yeah. Again, you can take 2 minutes and see whatever condition you already know. Based on those conditions, you just draw the output waveform, or just tell me what will be the output if input is varying from 1 and 0 or 0 or 1. And what is the behavior? What is the behavior of the circuit? Should tell me how the circuit is behaving. Yes, there are some answers. Okay, yeah, you are getting a lot of people are uh, getting right answer. Yes, so I'll just explain. Yeah, I will explain. So initially, I'll take first condition. When V input is low, okay. So what I'm taking is here is first condition. V input is, I'm taking this condition. V input low. Okay. Okay. So when V input is low, we know V input low means the zero is coming to the input V in. So it is going to PMOS as well as NMOS. Okay. Now what happens? PMOS, we know when PMOS input is zero or control gate terminal is given zero voltage, PMOS is on, right? PMOS is on. So I'll draw the PMOS stage. PMOS is on. That means this point is shorted to this point. Okay. PMOS is on. What about NMOS? When input is Vin is zero, the NMOS is off. So I don't need to consider the NMOS because it is open. It is disconnected. Now we can see what is the Vout connected to. Just you can see the Vout is directly connected to +5. So output will be plus 5 volt or high voltage. Okay. That means when input is low voltage, output is high voltage. Okay. So I'll draw input output, truth table, input output. Okay. So we have seen when input is zero, output is high voltage. Or I call input is zero, output is one. Right. Now second condition. Let's take second condition. What is second condition? Okay, now we'll take the condition when input is high. When input is high, you can see both of the terminals of the transistor are getting high voltage. PMOS is getting high voltage, NMOS is getting high voltage because input is high voltage or high pulse. Right? We know PMOS input high means PMOS is disconnected. What about NMOS? When input is given high, NMOS is on. That means it just switches on. That means the ground is directly connected to V output. So V out becomes ground means V out becomes zero. So we can say V input is high, output is low. So what we got when input is low, we got output high. When input is high, we got output low. Okay. So what is the behavior of the circuit? This is just a inverter and not gate. Clear? Okay, so what we have done here actually, we have designed an inverter using two transistors, NMOS and PMOS. This is basically called as CMOS. What is CMOS? You might have heard when you buy smartphones or some cameras, they still tell you CMOS camera. Okay, CMOS chip, CMOS transistor. So this is called CMOS. Why CMOS? CMOS means complementary. Sorry, CMOS means complementary. CMOS, complementary metal oxide semiconductor. CMOS. Right? What is complementary? Because we are using N-type MOSFET and P-type MOSFET. Okay. Why? Because complementary because we are using N-type and P-type MOSFET. That is why it's called. Okay. And one should you should remember is in CMOS, like this current last example, NMOS is always it's called pull down network, pull down network. Why? Because you can see last example, NMOS was in bottom. It was always trying to, it was connected to ground. It was always trying to push the V out or output voltage to ground. So it's called pull down network. And what about PMOS? In PMOS, it is called pull up network. Pull up. Why is it called pull up? Because PMOS was connected to VDD or VCC plus 5 voltage, maximum voltage. So it was trying to push the V out to high voltage. So it's called pull up. So basically what we have drawn is simple. This two seriously connected MOSFET, and top we have PMOS and bottom we have NMOS. Okay, and both inputs gates or control terminals are connected together, and PMOS is connected to PMOS is connected to plus 5 volt, PMOS is connected to plus 5 volt, and NMOS is connected to ground. Okay, now we can see this is complementary. Why is complementary? PMOS and NMOS are connected back to back. Okay, and output is taken from the combination joint center portion. Okay, so this is V in, this is V out. Clear? So PMOS and NMOS connected, and PMOS in pull-up network. Why we call it pull-up network? Because it is connected to plus 5 volt. So it tries to push the V out to high voltage. So it's called pull-up network, and NMOS is connected to ground. So it always tries to push the V out to ground whenever possible. Now, what is the advantage of this circuit? The advantage of this circuit is when PMOS is on, NMOS is off. When NMOS is on, PMOS is off. So what is the idea? There is at any point of the time there is no direct connection between VDD or plus 5 volt and ground. Getting? So there is massive power. There is a very good power saving mode. Conservation is there. Okay, because at any point of time VDD is never connected to ground, right? So this is great advantage of CMOS. That is why we use CMOS technology these days. One advantage is it doesn't take much power. You know, another point also you should remember is MOSFET. We are not using BJT because BJT is a current control device and MOSFET is a voltage control device. Okay, just understand the time being. We'll discuss this more later. So, okay. And one thing you have to remember here is you can see the MOSFET structure. You can see there is a no connection between there's no connection between gate and other terminals. You can see both you can see this. That is called, it is called open circuit. That means there is no current flow. There is no current flow between the control terminal and the other two terminals of any MOS, NMOS or PMOS. There is a disconnection. There is no current flow. So there is only voltage flow. So it's called voltage connected or voltage control device. Getting? Whereas BJT, if I draw BJT structure, you can remember it is like this. There is no open circuit. It's always a connection between base and other two terminals. You can see it's always a connection. So there is always connection with the base and other terminals. So it is called current control device. Okay, we'll discuss this later, but you just understand this. Now I'm going to draw another circuit, and you need to explain what is the work, how it circuit works. Okay. Okay, please ready with your notebook. Just copy the circuit in your note and tell me how it is working.